Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn a new lesson, Supplement Reader, The Tempest, in Unit 1. The name of the story is The Tempest. It is a play written by William Shakespeare. Play means drama. William Shakespeare, you all know about him very well. He is an unavoidable person in English literature. Everyone knows about William Shakespeare. He wrote so many plays. He was very famous for dramas. Plays. Play means drama. He wrote totally 37 plays. And this play, The Tempest, is given as a lesson, a supplement reader in Unit 1. So we are going to learn about the lesson, that is story. What happens in what story we can see in the play The Tempest. Okay, before going through the lesson, let us know about the author William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare was born in the year 1564 and he died in the year 1616. He was born in Stratford upon Avon. Stratford upon Avon in England. Okay, so basically he was an English poet. There is a division: English poets, American English poet, British English poets. Okay, so the people who were born in England, those poets are called, those people were called English poets. So he was an English poet. He was a playwright, one who writes dramas. Is called a playwright and actor also. Widely regarded as both the greatest writer in the English language. So commonly he is known as the greatest writer. Okay, commonly is known as the greatest writer and the world's preeminent dramatist. Such a great dramatist, William Shakespeare is a great dramatist. His surviving body work includes that totally he wrote 37 plays and sonnets. How many sonnets he wrote? 154 sonnets and two narrative poems also. Okay, so sonnet already we know about in the unit 1 itself. So it's a 14-line poem, but he differently followed his own pattern for writing a sonnet, so that his sonnets were called as Shakespearean sonnets. His sonnets were called as Shakespearean sonnets. So he wrote totally 154 sonnets, and it is believed he wrote all these things between the years 1589 and 1613. Okay, this is all we know about William Shakespeare. Let us come to the lesson, the play, The Tempest. Tempest. What does actually mean tempest? Tempest meaning. What is the meaning? Tempest means a violent windy storm. Okay, you all know about a storm. What is a storm which we can see in sea? Okay, so a violent windy storm. Tempest means a violent windy storm. So by seeing the title, we can understand something is going to uh, uh, happen dangerous. Something dangerous is going to happen. The title may indicate that. So the tempest means a violent windy storms. So if it is a drama, then there may be definitely some characters. Okay. So there are some characters in this play, The Tempest. What are the characters? The main character of the play is Prospero. Okay. The main character, Prospero, he is a central character. And he is the father of Miranda. Okay. The character Prospero had a daughter whose name was Miranda. Who is Prospero actually? He is a duke. He was a Duke of Milan. Okay, Duke of Milan is a country. So he was a Duke of Milan. So Prospero was a powerful person. He was a duke. Okay, like a king, like a king. And Miranda was his daughter. Then Antonio. Here you can see the character Antonio. Who is Antonio? His brother, Prospero's brother. Okay. Next, to what are the other characters we have to know about in this play? Alonso. Alonso is the king of Naples. He is the king of Naples, and he is the enemy king of Prospero. Alonso is the enemy king of Prospero. And Ferdinand, who is Ferdinand? His son, Alonso's son. Okay, Sebastian, Alonso's brother. Okay, so these all these three persons are the same family. Next, what character you have to know? Gonzalo is a noble person, maybe uh, a powerful person in Prospero's cabinet. Okay, so Gonzalo, an old honest lord. Lord is not nothing but it is used to refer to the noble people, the higher ranking people in society. Next, Ariel, who this is also very important character. It is a chief spirit. Okay, spirit is not a Ariel is not a human. It is a spirit. Caliban, the son of the witch Sycorax. We all know about a witch like a ghost. Okay, so Caliban is the son of the witch Sycorax. Sycorax was a witch. He was a cunning witch, cruel witch. Okay, and his son was Caliban. So these are the characters we all know about in this play. Okay, so the main theme, what is the main climax or the main story in this play is wrecking of the ship. Okay, wrecking of the ship. Prospero wrecks the ship, breaks the ship, கப்பலை உடைக்கிறாரு. Okay, that is the main story, main concept. Okay, next. So, what actually happens? Prospero, let me explain the story from the beginning. Okay, Prospero, in the beginning, he was the Duke of Milan, as I told you already. He was the Duke of Milan and he was reigning the country, reigning Milan. Okay, he was the authoritative person, he was the powerful person, he was in power, and he had a daughter Miranda. But unfortunately, his brother Antonio, okay, Prospero's brother Antonio, wanted to become a king. He wanted to become the Duke of Milan. Okay, he was greedy over the power, over the dukedom. Okay, so that what Antonio did, he joined hands with the Prospero's enemy, Alonso. Okay, he had a secret deal with Alonso. Alonso was Prospero's enemy king. He was king of Naples and he was the enemy king. But here, being in the same family, Antonio wanted to do something negative to the family by joining hands with the Alonso. Okay, so they Alonso and Antonio had a secret plans, cunning plans against Prospero, and they made making plans. They simply uh, drove Prospero out of the country. Okay, நாட்டை விட்டு வெளியில துரத்திட்டாங்க. Antonio and Alonso. These two people joined and made Prospero go out of the country. That was the unfortunate thing for Prospero. It is not at all easy, it is not at all possible because we cannot easily remove one person or go some person, make someone go out of the country when he was in power. Okay, it is not at all easy task, but Antonio and Alonso um, did that by joining together. Okay, so Prospero unfortunately had to go out of the country. Now Prospero becomes powerless. He, along with his daughter, went out of the country and they reached an island. They reached an an island, and for 12 years they were living in that island. Okay, now they are all Prospero and his daughter Miranda are living in an island. Okay, where in that island they meet Ariel, Caliph, and all these things. And there was a special thing for Prospero. What was the special thing? He knows magical powers. He knows a magical powers. He had learnt, studied magical books. By studying magical books, he learnt the art of magic. So, using his magical powers, he wanted to relieve some spirits, mainly Ariel. Ariel was a good spirit. Okay, but he was under the control of uh, Sycorax. Sycorax was a witch. Okay, it was a cruel witch, wicked witch, ரொம்ப கொடூரமான witch. So he wanted to relieve using his magic, and he freed the spirit Ariel from the hands of Sycorax, and Prospero controlled all the spirits, Sycorax, Caliban, and all the spirits. He controlled all the spirits with his magical powers. Now Ariel is serving Prospero and his daughter. Okay, Ariel just obeying. It is just obeying what Prospero commands. Now, what happens? They are living in that island. They live with what they had. They eat with what they had in that island. Now there is an opportunity to prosper. What is the opportunity? In the middle of the sea, okay, in the middle of the island, there is a ship coming towards them. There is a ship coming towards them. Okay, so in the ship, who are they traveling in the ship? In the ship, the enemy king Alonso Antonio, and the son of Alonso Ferdinand, all these people are traveling in the ship. That was a very good, great opportunity, because they were the people who once drove Prospero and starter go out of the country, and they were the people who was responsible uh, for losing his power. Okay, Prospero was a duke of Milan once, but now he is not a duke. He is just an ordinary person like us. So that they are the people for this tragedy that happened in his life. So that they are all traveling in the ship, and additionally Prospero also knows a magical power. So using his magical powers, Prospero wrecks the ship. He breaks the ship. He collapses the ship. Okay, he shake the ship in the sea. Okay, in the water the ship is moving. It is shaking. Okay, so that the people in the ship were very very afraid, and they are not sure what will happen to them. Okay, we can control human beings, but we cannot control nature. So that all of them in the ship were very very afraid. And in the meantime, Prospero commands Ariel to go and fetch, to go and bring all the people in the ship to his place. And the people in the ship could not see Ariel. Ariel was invisible for them, so that they could hear only voice, but they could not see the face. They could not see the face. Now all the people in the ship are under the custody of Prospero. Ariel, the chief spirit, the important labor helper of Prospero, brought all of them to Prospero. Now they are all before Prospero. And now, what happens? According to the instruction, Ariel now had brought everyone to Prospero, and Prospero and Prospero's daughter Miranda, now for the first time sees Ferdinand. Okay, so Miranda was taken to this island even before he knows about everything. Even he was very very too small. Okay, uh, 12 years back, even when he was a little baby, Miranda was taken to this island so that he hadn't seen any human beings except his father. So that when Miranda sees Ferdinand and some other persons, it was totally a great amazing to uh, Miranda. So that Ferdinand was the second human. Ferdinand was the son of Alonso, king of Naples, and when she sees him, it was very beautiful for her, and it was completely different for her. Now she falls in love with him, and Ferdinand also wanted to fall in love with him. Now they meet everyone, all the people meet one another. Okay, they are now able to see uh, Prospero and his daughter Miranda. And Prospero is not now talking to all the people. They are also talking, seeing their faces. Okay, now he opens up. He tells his wishes. Ferdinand tells his wishes to Prospero that he wants to marry uh, he wants to marry Miranda. Okay, but initially Prospero did not accept that, because no one will accept. Okay, no one will be ready to do so, because they are all enemies. They are all his enemies. Suppose Prospero is willing to give his daughter in marriage to Ferdinand, anything danger could harm can be possible. It is possible for her, so that Prospero denies. He refuses. Is not willing. He is not willing to do so. Anyhow, he wants to. Prospero wants to test Ferdinand's loyalty. He wants to know. Prospero wants to know that if Ferdinand was really true to him. Suppose I give him my his daughter to him, so that he wants to know his loyalty. And Prospero finds that he is loyal to him. If I give him his daughter in marriage, definitely he will take care of her very well. Okay, nothing harm will happen. In this way, thinking like this, he wants to give her in marriage. Okay, anyhow, the marriage happened. The arrangements for marriage are all being taken, but there is an important event. Finally, everyone begs. Finally, everyone begs for uh, begs Prospero to forgive them all, because they all know that they have done wrong against Prospero. So that now Prospero can do anything to that people. But Prospero did not want to do like that, because he wants to simply forgive everyone. Okay, he wants to forgive everyone, and they also expect him, request Prospero to forgive them. So according to them, he wants to forgive them. Even though Prospero had a great opportunity to take revenge on them, Prospero did not take revenge on them, did not do anything harm to the people. He simply forgave them. Okay, he simply forgave them. So this is the concept. This is the ending of the story, The Tempest. Okay, so let me sum up once again. Prospero was a Duke of Milan, and unfortunately, Antonio and Alonso joined together and they made Prospero and his daughter go out of the country. Finally, and after that, they were living in that island. They could see some. They could meet some magical spirits, like Ariel, Caliban, and they were all obeying Prospero and his daughter. And uh, Prospero had an opportunity to take revenge on the enemies, because they were all coming in a ship nearby the island where Prospero and his daughter were living. But he did not. Finally, he did not take revenge on the enemies. Prospero simply forgave everyone. So, dear students, this is the story that we can learn in the play The Tempest. I hope you would have understood the lesson properly. Thank you.